Hello guys, today we're taking a look at Necrodrakon. I will explain his different abilities, then I will show you both my free-to-play account and my main account. And we will try out different teams just to see if we can do more damage. And I will show you a couple of different teams for my free-to-play, and I will do the same on my main. So let's start off with his ultimate. Cast this skill at 15, 40 and 65 seconds after the battle starts. Deal 70% damage 3 times to all enemies. Inflict them with a stack of Abyss Sacrifice. Each stack increases the target's attack speed by 10, but also increases the damage they receive by 25%, up to 3 stacks, and cannot be dispelled. So at 15 seconds we will get 25, at 40 we will be 50, and at 65 we will be 75. So the longer the fight goes on, the more damage our team will take. The second ability unleashes a powerful Dragon's Breath at the area with the most enemies, creating a one-tile abyss mire that persists for 4 seconds. Enemies within the mire suffer continuously 35% damage per second. So you basically create a pool underneath the heroes and it will deal damage. His third ability deals 50% damage to the 2 healthiest targets, stunning them for 1 second and draining 40 energy over the next 3 seconds. So the 2 heroes in the team that has the highest HP ratio. So for example, if 2 of them have like 95% and the next one have 90, it will target both heroes with 95. And here we have the last ability. It's probably the most unique one for Necro. Cast this skill for the first time in 5 seconds after the battle starts. Then cast again every 20 seconds. Places a crest beneath each enemy, which explode after 15 seconds. The crest will disappear if the target leaves it before explosions. So having heroes with disengage will help this. The explosion deals 110% damage to the enemy, reducing the energy gain efficiency by 10 and attack by 5, up to 2 stacks, and cannot be dispelled. As time goes on, reducing their energy gain efficiency by 5% more and attack by 5% more for every time he does it. So the longer the fight goes on, the harder it will be to get energy and deal damage with those heroes. So this is my free-to-play account. I will show you a battle with this setup, and after it I will swap it around a bit. So here we have the Maya. It's gonna just deal normal damage. And underneath you can see Smokey. There you have the crest, or the bomb, that will explode. Vala doesn't have one, and Temesia doesn't have one, because they are moving around. However, Smokey, Coco, and Odu will be affected, because they're standing still. So you can see here, all of them got a bomb ticking down. And it will decrease the energy efficiency and their attack. So Coco and Smokey have had so many bombs on them that they won't get their ultis off. Or it takes a very long time before they can get them off. A new personal best, but I didn't get above 90%, so it doesn't change anything. But what we're gonna try and do is remove the Odie, and instead of Odie we put in Merrily, and then we put the levels on Vala. My attempt would have been a little bit better if I swapped those levels earlier. But let's try like this. The pull hitting over here because there's most enemies for the boss. Here comes the first blast. And why Merrily and Vala is good for this fight is because they're jumping around. See, the bomb disappeared again. So they won't take any damage, and they will always have the same attack for the entire fight, because they aren't getting hit by the bombs. However, when you get to endless mode, you want to swap out the Vala, because she won't deal additional damage, because the boss doesn't have HP in the same way. It has endless HP, so she won't get her true damage. A little bit better. Almost 90. I wonder if we can survive without the Coco. Let's see how this goes instead. Yeah, we might die by the third blast. Unless we're able to kill the boss before that. So it's a new personal best, but I think this would kill us. Yeah.
A perfect battle with a glorious victory.
What if we swap like this? Let's see how this goes instead. We need Coco to heal everyone back up now if we're gonna stand a chance. Oh, still better. So maybe with some good RNG I will be able to kill the boss. But for now I'm just gonna jump on to my main account. So we're now on my main account. As you can see, I deal a bit more damage and I'm in endless mode. So this is my current setup for the boss. I have the Odie instead of the Vala, because in endless mode you don't get below 50% HP. I'm gonna try out with Star Shard spell. I used Iron Wall spell before to boost the haste, but the Star Shard spell might give us more damage. And I'm using the Kruger, because Kruger reduces the physical defense of the Necrodrakon. And I'm using Temesia, because she's really good and just charges over all the time and she will become immune. My Corin isn't very high, but I might swap him in instead of Odie later on and see how that goes. But let's just do an attempt and see if we can deal more damage or if it's consistent. Kruger died, but that's fine for now. We actually have a new record. By like 2 million.
A perfect battle with a glorious victory.
So the Odie didn't do very much. Even the Temesia did 6 more million damage than Odie. So let's see what happens when we swap out Odie for Corin instead.
You'll need my spear.
Corin really pops off when he becomes Mythic Plus, because then he gets true damage instead. But he also jumps around and shield friendly units. So I thought he might be better because of that. And he's moving, so he won't get debuffed the same way that Odie does. Damage looking pretty decent. Oh, and the Corin died. No. The Kruger died, but not the Corin. So that was like 1.5 million less damage. But just look at that. The Corin that's not even Legendary Plus almost dealt the same amount of damage as Odie. That is S plus and even got upgraded. So if you have a high level Corin or have him ascended to Legendary Plus or Mythic Plus, just use him and your damage will just go way up. So the takeaway is that you need heroes that's just jumping around, being annoying, because if they're standing still all the time, they will get hit by the crest and the attack will just disappear. Like, he loses 5, he loses 10, 15, 20, 25. So when you get to this point, it's gonna lose half of their attack when it stacks up to 2 times. So take a hard look at your team before you jump in and see, oh, maybe even if you have, let's say you have OD at like Mythic Plus, maybe the coring will still deal more damage or be more helpful than the OD because it gives shields as well, keeping other allies alive. And if it's like my free to play, you just need to see if you can put in a squishy team and deal a lot more damage and just brute force your way to kill the boss. Or if you can have a sustained team that survive the entire fight to deal more damage. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.